Anyway, Tuesday's Mirror now, and do different ages have a certain olfactory difference, or should you be put in a separate prison wing for suggesting they do?
Oh, my God.
I'm a little bit torn on this one, Leah. Go on.
Yeah,
I mean, it's weird and creepy, but is it quite as bad as your old adversary says? Anyway, you carry on.
It's definitely weird and creepy. So, local Tories have launched an investigation into a tweet by Jaunty Campbell, a candidate who stood for the Tories in Preston.
Is his
5
name
times.
Jaunty or Jaunty?
Jaunty, Jonty.
He's quite jaunty.
I don't think he's very jaunty right now. He's probably hiding under the table, to be honest. He stood for the Tories loads. He's the local party's deputy chair for campaigning, and he tweeted the other day that girls aged 16 have a buttery, creamy, slightly sweet smell that is unbelievably magnetic.
And was this on MasterChef or Bake Off? This is Bake Off, right?
This is some sort of cannibal.
Literally sampling one as he's
all this stuff. Well, that's the thing. I mean, this
getting
sort of
vanilla and
this is the sort of thing you should only ever say in your head, even if you think it, even if it pops into your head, like you get close enough to a couple of women to notice what they smell like. Don't tweet that you've noticed what they smell like, because the very best that can happen to you is people are going to think you're incredibly creepy for going around smelling 16-year-old girls.
Yes.
I mean, the full tweet, it was in reply to discussion about the British man who ran off with his 22-year-old Ukrainian refugee.
Oh, right,
and he said, here's the thing with girls. That's a very confident way to start. Here's the thing with girls, 22 or under, they smell massively different to a girl of 28. Girls 16 to say 23 have this creamy, buttery, slightly sweet smell that is unbelievably magnetic.
Wow.
So, oh my God, and obviously...
There's several things wrong with that, apart from the underlying sentiment. Magnetic is jarring there, isn't it?
It can't be a smell.
Yes, it suggests she's ferrous rather than buttery. I mean, he's got a big one, hasn't he?
And it smells like the electron domains are aligned.
And it also suggests that the closer he gets to her, he's going to suddenly latch onto her. And it also suggests that she's going to be violently repelled.
Yes, that's true. It is something I've heard grown men say without fear of indictment about babies. The tops of babies' heads do have a buttery smell, and you're allowed to say that. And then they enter a period of life when you're not allowed to come out that smell again.
Yeah, and you can.
And then they come out of
You can say it about lasagna.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's about it. But Dr. Shola Moss-Shogbamimu responded with, "What did I just freaking read? Where do you begin to deconstruct this evil?" So she goes, kind of over the top.
A bit over the top. I don't think this is my thing. It's not evil. It's extraordinarily ill-advised. But I think he is probably, as you say, voicing a sort of slight predilection for. But it's
also in response to the story.
Not for children though. He's saying young. He's saying younger. Well, I suppose that's a legal issue. 16 is legal. Yeah. He's definitely gone for the age of consent, hasn't he? He's loaded it until he's bumped on that rail.
So he just means sub 22 is what he should have said.
Yes, exactly.
The story that he's talking about is also wrong, because I don't want to speak for the guy who's left his missus for the refugee, but it's probably not the smell that's
it probably wasn't the decisive and he doesn't even know, this gentleman. Maybe Ukrainian girls might smell different. They might be sort of more like chili and lime or something. I mean, there might be a whole range of... It may very well...
They're not Doritos.
Well, no, it may come from that's my favourite flavour of peanuts at the moment. But there's
that mime didn't...
There might be something to do... might be something to do with the diet you have, or any kind of, who knows?
And peanuts, you're talking about the food. That's not the name of your maid. That's not au pair.
Charlie Brown.